Ha! There we go. Okay. Hello, TV land. So, I am BagpiperDon. I have not been on in months. Largely, that is because the spring is now my busy time of the year with some work that I do as a contract scuba diver, believe it or not. Anyway, so I see Remy is already here saying hi, which is cool because Remy is an online bagpipe student of mine. He's amazing, and he's just going to keep on getting more and more amazing because he like learns this stuff like an ace. It's really cool. So I also see that Lindsay Badger is here, which she is on Haps, and she says Donna's back. Heck yeah! So that's cool. Glad you're here. Anybody else that's here? I know that there's at least 7 people that have swung by, 7 people that are watching. If you want to say hello, cool. I'll try and give you a shout out. Not while I'm playing because I'm kind of busy playing. Anywho. So my scuba diving work is basically done. Last year when I did these, I didn't get back to them after a while following the scuba diving work because I was busy getting caught up, and that's a lot of what's been going on lately. But once I did start playing again, which wasn't until I don't know late in the year, really, um, a lot of people turned around and said your broadcast really meant a lot to me, and they helped fill the hole for the Highland Games and other events that weren't there. So people told me that it was pretty important to them. So I've wanted to get back to these, getting caught up. Got a big project here at home. Probably starting some other day job type work here soon because, well, this year's scuba diving was only half of last year's scuba diving, and it's not enough. Anyway, so nonetheless, trying to resume these. Now, the reason why I'm here tonight, and then I plan on being here tomorrow too, sometime, probably a different time of the day. I am getting, oops, interviewed on Wednesday for this book right here, The Patriotic Piper, which I published last November. And as far as I understand, this is actually by a pretty big broadcaster having to do with Celtic music, and it's called Tartan Tunes, which you can find at least on Facebook. I'm not totally sure where else, but I believe it's about an hour and a half broadcast. I think he has more than one guest during that time. Wednesdays apparently are What's New Wednesday, and apparently he wants to talk about what's new is this book, which is cool because he's the first person that's wanted to do anything with this book, be it interview, whatever. And some of that's the whole closures sort of thing. And haven't been able to go out and present my book to anybody. But this fellow, he's in Scotland, and he wants to talk about my book. So I've got to brush up on the music, and I have to brush up on the history because my brain works like computer RAM. It holds on to stuff while I'm working on it, and then clears it out when I move on to something else, so I can focus on that, I guess. But anyway, so I don't actually remember all of the history that I wrote. So anyway, thank you, Nicole. Nicole is Remy's mom and super supportive parent of her son with his music and everything else. And parents that are supportive of kids with their music, wow, cool. Seriously. Anyway, so I am playing tonight just the music that's in Patriotic Piper here, just to brush up. The other thing is really to get my pipes going again. As you might recall from my past performances, the bag that's under the bag cover here, it was wearing out, and was actually unaware as to how much it was really leaking until I got this new bag. And this new bag is awesome. It works great. It's taken a bit of relearning the air pressure on this, and I think I finally have it. But the bag works great. It's got a zipper hidden back in here so I can access the inside. I'm still trying to build a moisture trap to go on the inside, which will permit me to play longer. And then I just have some restoration that I'm trying to do on this too. King Rodman, hey, how you doing, man? How have I been? Busy, but things are getting a little less busy and more stable. And there's still some obstacles ahead, but there's some cool stuff that's happening too, including it looks like I should be able to finally buy this additional type of small pipe that I've wanted since 2009. And I'm excited about that. Maybe placing the order this week, if not this week, very soon. That order can take up to 20 weeks to manufacture the instrument and then ship it to you, which basically puts it around the end of this year if I can get it in now. So anyway, excited to hopefully finally get my hands on this beautiful other instrument that I've been enamored with the sound and its expression, its voice for over 10 years. I just haven't had the money. So anyway, so enough blah blah. Let's do some tweet. And anyway, I'm just going through straight through Patriotic Piper here and getting myself re-familiar with the music, which, really I know it, but at the same time, since I don't have recordings to play for the host on Wednesday, I'm playing my small pipes live, and a lot of other pipers watch this thing, so little self-conscious. Anyway, so next number here is comprised of When Johnny Comes Marching Home and the Irish Jaunting Car, and the Patriotic Piper is the Civil War set. There we go. This is why we practice. There we go. Okay. Sometimes what I think isn't always what I play. So anyway, yeah. Okay. So. Oh wow, 25 people have come by. That's cool. The next number here is the Great War set, and this is comprised of two tunes that were, frankly, really, rah rah, join up, let's go to the fight, sort of thing. Because this music, well, the two tunes, it's Over There and A Long Way to Tipperary. And once again, this is from my book, The Patriotic Piper, right there. I don't know if this is backwards for you guys or what, but different cameras, different stuff, different software, it flips things around. Anyway, The Patriotic Piper, that's my book. I published it this past November, and it is a fundraiser item for a veterans organization that I belong to, and where I also head up a small pipe band. And let's see, hey, Sweet Pea has come by. She says, "Welcome back, Don. Thank you very much, my dear." Anyway, I am practicing for an interview that I am having on Monday. And that book, look it up on Amazon. It's available. It is 20 Scottish, American, and Irish patriotic and military tunes and their histories. And that's part of what is constituting the interview there by Pete with Tartan Tunes. And then the book also has 15 Scottish and Irish recipes and food trivia. So a little bit of something for everybody. Anyway, so the next two tunes here, Over There, and It's a Long Way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. There we go. There we go. So this is interesting. This is interesting as rehearsal goes toward this interview. What I'm realizing quite quick is this is not only this is good. This is valuable. This is not only rehearsal of the music, and I need to reread the history on there, so I'm sharp on that for the interview. It's also being used to the camera again. I haven't done that for months. It's kind of like being around microphones. I mean, I've got microphones right here. I've got them all the time, and I kind of have them out intentionally. There's this odd thing when you're recording music. It's geez, everything's fine. Turn on the microphone. You start making all these errors, and some of it simply is you're really thinking about doing everything right, not screwing up, and you're really focused on that. And then you do everything not right, and you screw up a bunch. At very least, though, I tend to think that if you have the microphones out, then you're a little bit more used to seeing them. And then maybe if you're actually recording, it just becomes a thing of they're out all the time, right? So here, I'm not used to playing and looking and seeing myself, and that's going to be Wednesday again. So I'm realizing that with doing this. So this is valuable. The other thing that's crazy, I mean, like 30 people, 33 people apparently have come by this broadcast so far. That's cool. I appreciate that. Thank you. Tartan Tunes, this guy only gets something like, what was it, 8 to 10,000 viewers like per week or per episode or something like this. So no pressure. And a number of those folks are also pipers. Again, no pressure because that's some, like it or not, that's some peer review right there. So anyway, hey, Nula's here, right on, saying how you done. Just saw your stream pop up. Yeah, this I was planning on broadcasting today. I'm planning on broadcasting tomorrow. Didn't have any set times. I really kind of had to plug this in and around the other tasks that I had today, the other responsibilities, and I don't know how it's going to work tomorrow. I think it's going to be earlier in my day because I'm hoping to do that interview from this room, but I need my 5G connection for that, and I don't have that in this part of the house. So I'm looking to move our modem and see if that works or not, and work out a few bugs before Wednesday. So anyway, that interview, it's on Tartan Tunes. You can find them at least on Facebook, and I think it's like tartantunes.com, but I'm not sure about that. Anyway, I've not been interviewed a whole bunch before. I've not been interviewed about the Patriotic Piper before. So, trying to get ready and not just kind of choke my way through this thing, because that would not be cool. I want to present the book well. So anyway, moving on, like I said, I'm just playing through the tunes from the book here, and I'll be doing this today and tomorrow. So some of it is getting my feet wet on getting back to doing these broadcasts, which I'll probably do once a week. And some of it is just getting ready for Wednesday. So plain and simple right there. So anyway, glad you guys are here. And yeah, next number, of course, following World War One is, that other happy, feel good, multinational war. War, yeah, good God. What's it good for? So anyway, next one is World War II set, and this music is comprised of tunes that are known to have been played by a gentleman by the name of Bill Millen. And if you look this guy up, he landed on the Sword section, Queen Red's section of Sword Beach on D-Day, and he was wearing a kilt, which was not something he was supposed to do as per the British military. He was carrying his pipes, and he played, and he had one or two blades on him, and that was it in the way of weapons. And even though he was marching around and playing on the beach to cheer on his fellows, later on, when he asked some captured German snipers, "Did you see me?" "Oh, yes, we did." "You could have picked me off. I'd be done for. Why didn't you shoot me?" Well, they turn around and say, "We thought you were crazy. We thought you were mad." So he ended up getting the nickname the Mad Piper. His story is actually longer than that, having to do with D-Day, but that's kind of the high point that, at least among the pipers, that we tend to think about. So anyway, this is three tunes comprised of music that Bill Millen played that we know of on D-Day. There we go. Hey, this is interesting. So, Anchorman has come by. He says, hello from Stanley County. Good to see you, man. For the first time, as far as I recall, as a guest watching the broadcast, is Renee. She says, hey, BagpiperDon, so cool to see your live performance. Good luck with your interview. Thank you very much for that. So, as Renee was referring there, she is talking about the interview on Wednesday. Whoa, for my book, The Patriotic Piper. Well, here's an interesting thing, and here's the thing about Renee, and she's probably blushing right now. But my first book, Make Your Own Darn Good Cookies. If you get a copy of this and you see the dedication in the beginning, which, if I can turn to it quickly enough, says, to Renee, with my gratitude for her vision that started Woodby Island Baking Company, my small business, encouragement since day one, and inspiration to write my first book. It's that, Renee. So, anyway, thank you, Renee. I'm glad you're here. Hope you're well. Hope your family is well. And let's see. So, as said, I am just going straight through everything having to do with the Patriotic Piper there. And the next performance number is the Scottish Patriotic Set, because subtle little thing in the book, it's a fundraiser item for a veterans group that I am a member of, and it's a Scottish themed veterans group. It's called the Scottish American Military Society, or SAMS, right? Here's the thing. In the book is the Scottish Patriotic Set and then the American Patriotic Set. Scottish American. I put it in order the same as the name of the organization. So anyway, Scottish American or Scottish Patriotic Set, and then we will do the U.S. Patriotic Set. Okay, there we go. So that is the Scottish Patriotic Set out of my book, The Patriotic Piper. You can find that on Amazon, by the way. And you can find me on Tartan Tunes on Wednesday getting interviewed about the book, which, as many of you have heard, that's why I'm here practicing tonight. And apparently a lot of this is actually getting comfortable with the camera again. So, crazy. Anyway, so I believe there are two. Oh no, there's three numbers in here left because there's still the U.S. Patriotic Set, and then should be two more. Um, And I'm finding, yeah, I've just realized something that I should fix in the manuscript and update for my book on Amazon. So anyway, it's a thing in the table of contents. Oh gosh, I don't know if I can change that. Anyway, kind of looks ugly. Pagination. Anyway, you become an author and you become picky about like what's going on with a book, not just yours. Critical. Anyway, so. Let's see. U.S. Patriotic Set numbers that good couple of people here ought to recognize. Oh boy, this first tune I haven't practiced in a while. Let's do that once more. Okay, there we go. Got it. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to turn the page in here just to make sure that the two more numbers in here are the two numbers that I think they are. So anyway, let's see. Yep, they are. It's a retreat set, which is Green Hills Battles Over. I'm going to play that next, and then the last one's going to be what I call Minstrel Boy Blue because it's comprised of the Minstrel Boy and another tune called the Bluebells of Scotland. Bluebells, of course, being a flower. So anyway, let's play those. Okay, so hey, shoot a thank you out there to Nicole again. And if you were here earlier, Nicole Rathsack is Remy's mom. Remy is my bagpipe student, and she has sent me two little tips here via Haps, which is super, super cool. And if you're not familiar with Haps, Haps is pretty groovy site. I don't know how good it is yet for the sound for acoustic instruments because in the past it's been a little bit challenging. Anyway, the thing with Haps is you can actually shoot people little financial tips during the broadcast, and she's sent me two, and I'm quite amused by the one she just sent me. I've known about it, and I've waited for the day that somebody might give me the got pipes tip. So anyway, they show a little icon of an opera singer there, but hey, got pipes. Anyway, so let's see. One more tune set in here, and I quite enjoy this one. Minstrel Boy and Bluebells of Scotland. I think they just sound nice together. Years ago, kind of looked at it and I said, those another got pipes award. Thank you, Nicole. Appreciate that. Anyway, or wait, no, Mr. Remy sent that one. Thank you, sir. Anyway, at whatever point I was thinking about it, I was like, the song to Minstrel Boy and the song to Bluebells of Scotland are essentially the same. Difference being one's from Ireland, one's from Scotland. And I thought, well, what if you put those two tunes together? And I even kind of thought, like, is that kind of sacrilegious or what? And I said, it's music. So let's put it together. And I started playing them, and I think they work out rather nicely together as a performance number. And here they are. Mm. Yeah, like those two together. Anyway, when I play those with my Celtic rock band, it's a matter of playing the first tune, playing the second tune, speeding up, playing the first tune, playing the second time, speeding up, playing the first tune. It gets pretty nuts. So it's yeah. Anyway, so as said, I am practicing the music that is in my book, The Patriotic Piper, and I'm getting interviewed on Wednesday with Tartan Tunes by Peter, the guy who heads up Tartan Tunes, and apparently he gets something like 8,000 to 10,000 hits per week or per episode or something like this, but a lot. So trying to brush up on the music, apparently getting myself familiar again with seeing myself live on camera. And I also need to read my book like kind of a couple of times. It's not that thick, but need to get myself refamiliarized with the history that I wrote. And you know, a lot of it was rather amusing because there were these little discoveries that were absolutely unexpected. As for example, the fellow who wrote, and I don't remember his name right now. The fellow who wrote the Navy hymn, he wrote that for a Navy football match, and it was Navy versus Army, which goes back to like 1900. Navy had like never won or something like that. They ended up doing this tune and they won, and people got so excited about it they kept the tune and it became the official tune of the Navy. Just like 4 years before that or something, he was writing music for this brand new play that, well, it was Wizard of Oz, right? So there's these little ahas that came out in the history of these 20 tunes that in some cases, wow, you know, I know the Wizard of Oz. Gee, John Philip Sousa, the guy that's credited for writing the Caissons Go Rolling Along, the Army tune, originally called the Field Artillery March. Well, he understood that as being a traditional tune left over from the Civil War, so he just changed it around a bit and used it. Then he ended up finding out that the guy that composed that, a fellow by the last name of Gruber, um, he was on the same military base and he had composed the thing only 9 years earlier. And they ended up getting into a little bit of a copyright dispute, but it was mostly friendly. And here's the thing: Gruber's, I think, great grandfather wrote Silent Night, right? So there were these little ahas that came up in the history in some cases that, you know, you didn't have to go far to find them. They were right there. They were a close association, and they're things that we're all familiar with. So kind of interesting in that regard. So anyway, and even then the Marine hymn. Um, uh, I'm confusing the tunes. I have to play it from the first one apparently right now. Da da dee dum bum bum bee da dum dee da dum dum da dum dum. That one, right? Well, that's one of the most recognized tunes in the world. It actually comes from a humorous French opera that was in basically a bad humored opera, and that tune was originally by two policemen, gendarmes, um, state policemen, and they're crooked. They beat people up. They steal their money. So the tune is originally this other song that's these two crooked policemen singing about what they do. So anyway, interesting discoveries came out in that. So anyway, but I'm going to run through the music one more time here and probably not talk about it quite as much. But anyway, just trying to get myself ready to go for the interview on Wednesday. So, and that's with Tartan Tunes. You can find them at least on Facebook. That, so far as I know, is happening at 12 p.m. Pacific time on Wednesday, and then of course can be rebroadcast, reviewed at any other time. So anyway, I think it goes for an hour and a half. I know I'm a guest on this. I don't know if I'm a guest for the full hour and a half. So I guess I need to figure out how to be interesting potentially for that amount of time, or at least blabber my way through it. But if I can do it with these broadcasts, I'm sure I can do it there. So anyway, back to the military medley. Anyway, there we go. So that's the military medley, and I'm trying to do this without looking at the index. But it should be Civil War set. Yes, Civil War set. So when Johnny comes marching home. Anyway, a lot of us, of course, recognize that one as the ants go marching two by two, hurrah, hurrah. Some folks recognize that as the animals go marching two by two to Noah's Ark or something like this, religious version. Anyway, yeah, that tune goes back to the Civil War, and it was so popular during the Civil War that it was being sung even in England during the Civil War. So, anyway, and it's still sung today. Mm-hmm. Okay. So didn't screw that one up this time, so I must be getting a little bit more comfortable between playing these tunes, which I actually haven't been playing a whole lot. Usually I'd be playing these during parades during the summer with the Sams, but no parades last year, only one this year so far, and right now there's only two more that are on the calendar for me for this year. So outside of that, though, hey, what else has been going on in piping? Somehow this past weekend I had two gigs back to back, and kind of took up my whole weekend, but it was nice to go and do, nice to get to go and play for people. Both of these were of more or less a funerary nature, so it's good to go and be in service of people. And support them through these different phases of life. Kind of tough stuff, but I'm glad I can be there for people and fulfill their wishes and memories, which in many cases, well, I mean, with what I get to see, ties into the importance of their heritage to the people. So anyway, I get to share the gift of music. Anyway, enough of that. Let's go back to patriotic Piper music, and I'm trying to get all the way through this before my phone battery dies too. So the race is on. Anyway, so the next one there is World War One set, which is over there, and it's a long way to Tipperary. Uh-huh. Oops. Ha. Okay, so when I would perform these, well, here's the thing: these are marches, and in a lot of respects, you don't play marches on this instrument because they don't really sound right. So I do a little bit of manipulation to make them basically sound warmer. So anyway, some of it is that I'm playing the tunes repeated, whereas with Highland pipes and Marshall setting, they play the tune, play the next tune, call it good. Get in, get out. It's just kind of funny. So anyway, so let's move on to the World War II set, which the second of which tune in here. This is Highland Laddie, Brown Haired Maiden, and All the Blue Bonnets Are Over the Border. And Brown Haired Maiden, first tune I ever learned to play. So. So that's something I'm learning about these pipes with this new bag on here. Squeeze a little bit too much, stuff shuts off. Yeah. Like like ending that one that way. It's kind of unexpected and snappy, I guess. I don't know. There's something I like about doing it that way. So anyway, so thank you there to Renee again. She also hit me up with a tip via Haps here. I appreciate that, and it is a great broadcast tip. Appreciate that. So one of the things that if you've tuned in with my broadcast before that you would know is that all of the money I make off of music goes right back into music. So I appreciate the support there. So my phone battery is at 26%, so I need to step it up. So let's see. So we just did the Bill Millen set for World War II. Let's do the Scottish patriotic set. And I might go directly into the US patriotic set. Okay. I am actually going to end that there because my battery is crashing 20%. It was just at 21% when I started saying that. Anyway, I've had it actually fully die when I've done these broadcasts before. Not cool. So I would actually rather end this in a more composed way. But I will play one more tune, which I started making as my signature closing tune, and it's called "The Parting Glass." And I haven't played this since probably my last broadcast. So let's see. Ha, great tune. Anyway, um, like I said, I want to end this smooth without the battery just dying and everybody going, "What happened?" So anyway, thank you for everyone who came by. Thank you to Nicole, Remy, and Renee for popping me with a couple of tips via Haps here. I do plan on broadcasting again tomorrow. It will probably be earlier in the day. I'm trying to work out some technical issues before the interview of my book. Let's flash it one more time, right? Right there. The Patriotic Piper published this back in November. Anyway, getting interviewed on Tartan Tunes on Wednesday, noon Pacific time. And yes, those are mirror balls behind me, if you were asking. So, home is where the mirror balls hang, and don't take yourself too seriously. Anyway, so, on that note, do not take yourself too seriously. Remember to have a laugh here and there. Remember to share a laugh here and there. Do your best to reach out to other people and, extend a little bit of love and generosity. So take care of yourselves. Maybe I'll see you again here tomorrow. Thank you, everyone, for coming by. And let's see a big smile. Thank you, Renee. Very nice to have you come by, Renee. Thank you. Um, See everybody later, and try and keep an eye out there for Tartan Tunes. Do take care. See ya.